Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another daily dice. We ask the dice for message and find out what that is. I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that's new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And with that being said, today we are getting a message, and there's something you need to know about this connection. And I am using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle by Kim Kranz. So, source, what is the animal oracle card that will help us better understand the message about there's something that my fellow humans need to know about this connection? What do they need to know about this connection, source? Yeah, a lot of growth that feels like is coming in. A lot of seeing things with your third eye. Like maybe something that you'd been questioning before and now you're seeing it fully with your third eye. Okay, one more. Wow. Really powerful connection too. Like, it's just what it feels like. A hugely powerful connection. Alright, so source, what card will help us better understand what there's something to know about this connection? The wolf coming out. I don't think the wolf ever comes out. In fact, I think this is the first time I've ever gotten the wolf out of the deck. And on the bottom, dragon. Wow, this is a very powerful connection. Incredibly powerful connection. Incredibly powerful. I can talk. Like, I can't even talk. I feel like this person, you've got this person with their tongue tied. Like, they want to say something to you, but they can't. But let's see what else comes out. So, source, what is it that my fellow humans need to know about this connection? What is it that my fellow humans need to know about this connection, source? What would you like to say? Okay, yeah, so we've got the first house, Mercury energy in Scorpio. So it could be an Aries, a Scorpio, Gemini, a Virgo that we're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. You could have those signs highly aspect in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Venus in Pisces, I just heard. Venus in Aries. Wow, okay, Cancer. A lot to do with Venus right now. Okay, so this is an energy where it's like, what you need to know about this connection, this person is highly attracted to you. They see you. It's like again, that energy that I was getting earlier, it's like they can't even talk when it comes to you. They have very, very difficult time trying to communicate what it is that they want to say. Like, I'm very up in my head right now. I feel like this person overthinks things. But I do feel like the way you're feeling about this connection is true. Like, you think this person is someone special, or maybe not, right? It could go both ways. This person could be someone that's very special. This person could be someone that you're just really done with. And whichever it is like this person has very difficult time expressing just how deep they feel about you. There's a lot of deep, deep emotions, and they're almost ashamed about their emotions that they have for you. And it's like this feeling, if I were to ever tell them how I truly felt about them, they would think that I was some sort of monster. And that's just how they feel. Maybe in the past, they've been told they're too clingy. Maybe in the past, they've been told like no one loves that way, or whatever it is. It's like they're very scared, but there's a very, very unique and ancient connection. This feels very ancient. Like you've had many lifetimes together. You spent a lot of time in the spiritual realm together. And you've helped others come together from the spiritual realm, and you've helped others come together in the physical realm. And maybe right now in this lifetime, even you're trying to help people with love and trying to help them understand unconditional love in a much better way. Not this, oh my gosh, we have to be attached to each other for the sake of attachment. It's like trying to understand this, releasing the attachment. Releasing all those things. And it's like this person is so weird because it's like you're in this place of where you're trying to help others see this, but this person also wants that but can't find that for themselves. They're very, very, very blinded by your light. It's like they see you and they're like, oh, hallelujah. Oh my gosh, I'm so giddy right now. I'm like giggling and everything. Holy crap. Okay. Let me take a breath, guys. I gotta come down. My cheeks hurt right now. I've been smiling so much since this started. And I don't usually get like this on connection readings, right? Like usually it's like we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, but I feel like we'll see more with this. This person's just having a very hard time communicating, but I do feel like they are going to. Like it does feel like, especially with Mercury here, it does feel like this person's ready to say something, but it's like rewriting the same message 100 times over and like worried that one word is not going to get their point across. Like, oh my gosh, I have to delete this word because it's not going to get what I want across. Like, I hope they can read between the lines. I hope that they can understand the meaning, the depths of this message. But I feel like with this person, the way that they feel, there's no way to convey it in one message, and they're trying their best to do that. And maybe they'll figure it out soon. Maybe they'll figure out, like, this is too much to try to convey in one message, unless I wrote for, like, a lifetime, you know, wrote for the next year and a half and tried to explain to them how I felt. But there's just this, there's too much to it. There's too much into it. And there's a lot that they're hiding from. And I feel like that's really frustrating as well, because it's like this person, and they know that they love you, but there's a lot that they're still, like, there's just a lot that's still hiding from you, from the situation. It's almost like this person does spy on you. They sit in the darkness. This is someone who's watching you from the shadows, because it's like they don't want you to have someone else, but they're not in a place right now where I feel like they can come forward and be the person that you need. And it scares them so much because they see just how incredible you really are. And like I said, they're blinded by your light. They're blinded by how amazing you are, how intelligent you are, and just the fact that you're so unique and you stand out and you're not afraid to be you. And they really admire that. And it triggers them on some deep level, but it's almost like they're addicted to the triggering because it's helping them to purge that darkness from their soul. Yeah, we've got the Six of Coins in the reverse. Oh, yeah, and the King of Cups in the reverse. That's how they feel about themselves right now. Like, I just don't have what it takes to give them something that's stable. I don't have what it takes to give them something that's solid. And I don't want to be greedy, because I feel like this person, if they felt like they even could have you, they feel like they would envelop you, and it would be very possessive, and it would be kind of obsessive and crazy, and they would want to know what you were doing every minute of the day. And they don't want to cage you. Like, they don't want you to go from being this incredibly independent energy to now having to be codependent on them. And they feel like they might be codependent on you at sometimes, and they don't feel like they're mature enough, and they don't feel like they're emotionally set enough here. And for some of you, you may know this, like you may already intuitively have been guided to this. Could be a Pisces, could be a Taurus that we're dealing with. But it's this energy where it's like you understand that they're still healing, but this person is also seeing themselves in a much darker light than they need to. Like, they're not very kind to themselves. There we go. We have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Like, look, it's if you look, if we'll just put these next to each other, they want to offer you their cup, but they're still looking. They're looking at the fact that they feel like they would just be your downfall. And that's why I say, like, this person just doesn't see themselves. They don't love themselves the way that they need to. And they see you as this beautiful light in their life. Look at that. And then the Six of Swords on the bottom of it. Rocking the boat right now, they feel like you would just run away. Or cut them off for good. Like, never talk to them again. Oof, yeah. And that, they don't want that. And so it's easier just to watch you from the shadows. Wow. They do feel like you're a match. It's interesting. It's kind of a conundrum, right? It's like, I feel like I'm a match for them, but at the same time, like, you know, we've got this stuff going on, and we can't, you know, my apologies, I didn't mean to hit the camera. We can't give them the love that I want to, because they would think that I was a monster. Yeah, self-love, like self-care, self-love, being happier, love, and life. Like, they need to come into this place, and this is nothing you can do, okay? This is just the message. They're like either being led to, or they really need to focus on this self-care right now so that they can love themselves. I feel like all their love is so focused on you, and you're like everything that they've ever wanted and everything that they've ever prayed for, and they can't take their eyes off of you, but they still feel like they're the problem. It's like, here's Source saying you asked for them, you manifested them, you wanted them in your life, and I'm giving them to you on a golden platter. And they're over there and they lift up the lid and they're like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. They put down the lid and they're like, but I can't. I don't want to ruin it. It's perfect. It needs to stay perfect for forever. Like, if I touch it, it's going to ruin it, and then it's not going to be the way it was when it first started. And so they're like putting their own stipulations on it outside of the connection right now. It's really sad. This is a really sad energy, because it's like they're actually a very beautiful person. That's what's so sad. Like, it's like you are just so harsh on yourself, but I don't understand why. Clock, needing time. Exactly. Cycles and takes time to heal and progressing. Yeah, so they're making progress. It's just very slow. It's very slow. Addiction. What did I say? Codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, and emotional block. Like, this is it. It's like they're addicted to you. They're addicted to you, and they feel like if they came forward and said, hey, let's start dating or let's start seeing each other, they feel like they couldn't even handle if you had a friend besides them. Like, it would be so unhealthy, because they would want to know exactly what you were doing with that friend, when you would be back. And it's not like, here's the thing. I feel like for most people who are healed, they're like, it's no problem. I'll tell you where I'm going and I'll tell you around what time I'm being back. But they would take it to the next level of that codependency and be like, every minute of every hour, they'd be like, so what's going on now? Who are you talking to now? Do I need to come and get you? Like, it would just be overwhelming. And that's what they feel like they would do. Whether they would do it or not, that's not a problem. It's whether they would or not. It's just they feel like that's what they would do. Yeah. See, the golden mirror. We have narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. Yeah. And they knew at the beginning, like, they knew that this would only be one-sided. They know that you wouldn't feel that way about them because of the way you view life. They know that you wouldn't be like worried about where they were every second, and that would make them feel insecure, and they need that security. And so at this point, it's like I said, this person's they're not a narcissist. They're not. Their energy is not that. And for some of you, it may be that experience, and I appreciate that. But I'm saying what I'm feeling right now, the energy that I'm connecting with right now, it's not narcissistic energy. It's just someone who is so overly codependent and worried about being abandoned, that they let those emotions get the best of them. And for those of us that have been on this journey, some of us have actually dealt with that ourselves. And so we understand it never made us a bad person, but it did make us make bad choices, right? And that's what they're aware of. And the fact that they're becoming aware of that is actually incredible. Yeah, hiding true feelings, like pretending and diluting, gaslight and personifying, like they're hiding how they truly feel right now. They're not ready to come forward and say, hey, I love you, right? But they feel it. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. Like, they feel it. They feel the connection. There's no denying this connection. But here we go. There's someone whispering in their ear. Competition and enemy, the other woman looking over your shoulder. There's someone whispering in their ear. So their attention is split up between not so healthy things. Right? They've got a lot going on in the background, and they got a lot of people that maybe are codependent on them, or maybe that have, they're codependent on right now. And if they're codependent in those situations and that obsession, especially with their attention being divided with you, and there's someone in their energy that doesn't like that, this is probably the other woman energy, the snake energy here. Yeah, but see, they feel like you're home. They feel like they belong with you. And they're seeing things. And if you see, like, this is a very clear picture of exactly how their perception is starting to change. They're not looking at what's in the room anymore. They're beginning to look outside. And not outside of themselves. They're seeing clearly through this path. And they're saying, like, there's peace when it comes to you. But they also know, like, if I went running to you right now, that things would just fall apart because they have these other energies that are keeping them chained. Yeah, and talent, born with features, personality. They see you as this very talented person. Yeah, again, third party energy here, the other woman, mistress. So there's someone here that has their attention. And it's weird. This is weird because this is someone who's in their energy, but you have all of their attention. So it's like if you're posting on social media, or if you have a channel that they follow, or if you have something going on in your life that they can follow, right? It does feel social media oriented, but it's like they're constantly refreshing your page. And then the minute you post something, like they're the ones who reread it 100 times, or they're the ones that just look at it 1,000 times. They're going to look at it all night. They're going to go to bed looking at it. Like it's kind of overwhelming. And I feel like you feel that too. Like when it happens, you feel that energy very clearly. Okay. So another addiction energy here, liquor, coffee, tea, water. They could be an addict in some way, shape, or form. And they don't want to bring that into your life because they feel like you're too pure for that. Hope, wish, expect, desire. They definitely do desire you, but you're their hope. Like you give them hope in this darkness. And the key people, core of the problem, and pass. And they think that they're the problem. That's the thing, that they think that they're the problem. I feel like I want to get something else here. Oh, let's get the shadow aspect. Okay. Let's see what the shadow is that comes through for this. And then we'll check out the wolf card. What is the shadow aspect of this reading source? Something they need to know about this connection. Demanding. Exactly. Wow. Unrealistic expectations, high maintenance, and a diva. So they have a third party person in their energy that is a bit of a diva. Whether that's a man or a woman, someone they're sleeping with, it could be a friend, family member. It does not have to be a love relationship or romantic connection. This could just be someone in their energy that they know that's incredibly demanding. And right now, like I feel like the narcissistic energy is this third party energy and making them feel like they don't deserve anything good. And if you've ever had a narcissistic connection in your life, you know that like everything that's going on with a narcissist, they make it like it's your problem. Like you're the one that's that energy. And that's why they feel like they would be really unrealistic. Like they'd have these unrealistic expectations with you, is they feel like they've just been made to think that they're the problem. They've been made to think that. And that's so sad. It's so sad. Like this is very heartbreaking. And I'm so sorry that your person's going through this. I'm so sorry that this is something that they have to experience. I'm so sorry that you're an innocent bystander in all of this too. Like it's just very sad. But at the same time, they're becoming aware of it. But I do feel like they do run away with alcohol. Alcohol's the main one that's coming in. Just know that the addiction can be anything, right? All right, let's see. Let's get one more shadow aspect here for this reading source. What's one more shadow aspect for this reading? Okay. We've got drowning. Yeah, you were going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. They don't know who to ask. And I feel like that's why they come to you and they have attached onto your energy because there's something that you're doing. Maybe you're just posting, spiritual things, or maybe you're posting positive things. And it's like you're the reason that they're staying afloat right now. And they also recognize that and they don't want to pull you under with them. On the bottom, cuts both ways, good and bad aspects. Yeah, mixed blessing, division. Yeah. And that's why I said for some, this isn't going to be a good message. You're going to be like, well, like they could have treated me better. And you have every right to feel that way. And for others, it's just like, well, I'm glad that they see me and that they don't want to affect me in this way. And so it's like, it's just this there's no like one side to this, right? Because some people have been hurt so bad that it's hard to see the people who hurt us from a good place. And that's understandable. And for others, it's like forgiveness and unconditional love have been the journey. And forgiveness has brought us to a place where it's like we can see the shoe on the other foot, right? And sometimes we can't. Wow, okay, so I guess they want some romance angel cards. I was going to get the book and read this card for you, but I went to go grab it and I dumped off the romance angel cards, just seriously. What fell out? Romantic feelings. Okay. This one flipped over. Keep an open mind. All right. What else do you want to put on this source? What else would you like to say? What do they need to know about this connection? Yeah, express your love. Okay. Okay, wow, we've got healing family issues, and it came out reverse. Okay, so this is something, and I don't take these in reverse, but I do feel like it needs to be said. This is something that this person feels like they can't get away from them. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. What was I just talking about? Forgiveness. And I feel like this person feels like they can't get away from whoever this is. Like they have basically said, this is my family. And maybe they have a family or they're married or whatever it is. And it's like this person can't get away from it, but they're miserable. Right. And I know we're like, well, if it's a twin flame or a soulmate, why do they have to stay in these miserable situations with the karmics? And it's like, look, not every karmic is a bad situation, but for this person, whoever this other person is, whether it's another woman, whether it's another man, whether it's a friend, a family member, whoever it is, this person is very overwhelming, and they can't see any other way around it. It's like there is no way out for them right now, and they're learning slowly that there will be options, and you're the hope that's in their life. And they don't want to lose that. And I feel like that's why they stay in the shadows. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so hold on. Before we get to that, let's see what else came out. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So they're trying to get their stuff together. And then we have, yeah, chemistry. There's a strong, look, I start the reading with that? This is a deep, deep connection. You got the wolf and the dragon on the bottom. This is something that's ancient. And they feel it. They've felt it since day one. So for some of you, they may express their love to you, but this also might be something, and I don't usually encourage this, but it came through very clearly, and that's why I said I need to wait for that for a minute. This may be something to like, the read between the lines type energy, where you post something on social media and it's like not directly towards them, but it's like read between the lines so they remember that you remember them. And that's somebody who's been thinking about that recently. That's going to be a confirmation. If you're like, no, I'm not going to do that, then that is not your message at all. Okay. It's no one here is trying to make you do something that you're uncomfortable with. I just want you to know that like these messages should only ever confirm 22:22 on the clock. They should only ever confirm your intuition. So for someone that's been thinking about like, well, I don't want to message them directly, but I indirectly want to say something to them, go ahead and say it. Right? Because they're reading your stuff. Like they're reading everything you're posting. They're going to get it. Okay. And that might be what they need just to kind of like give them a boost of energy. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. So it might help them retreat. It might help them disconnect. It might help them see like, like, well, if you treat me this way, then maybe I'm not crazy. Right? Because I do feel like they're going crazy right now. Let's take a look at what Wolf says. All right, Wolf. Wolfie, Wolfie, Wolfie. I think of Wolf of Wall Street right now. Such a great movie. Anyways. Guardian of family and tribe. Wow. Okay, so another card talking about this is family. They feel like they're tied to this person. Activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it would surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. And that's a very powerful message for this reading. We have, when in balance, is reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, is judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So that's for some of you need that reminder to let go, and that's okay. Like letting go is a process. It's not like I'm one and done, right? It's just a process. We continue to let go. So wherever you're at on your journey, no judgment, right? No judgment, because we all experience it all. We all experience the holding on so tight, I'm suffocating it, and we all experience like, okay, I'll let go a little bit, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, until we get used to just saying like, okay, like I'm going to let it be what it is. And, again, it's saying like sometimes we have to be the lead in the situation, which I feel like goes back to express your love. It's just saying like, don't be afraid to say something indirect, because it will directly impact this person. And it's just like reminding them that, like, hey, you know, if you really love them, if this is like your TF, or if this is your SM, if this is your person, whoever it is, okay, like, it's just saying, like, I still got your back no matter what. Like, no matter where we're at, I'll always have your back. Even if our lives take us to the opposite ends of the world, like, I'll always have your back. Okay, and I feel like this person is just going to be like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. I needed that, right? It's going to help them move on. It's going to help them go to the next level. And I'm not saying it'll happen overnight, but it's going to impact them in a very positive way, okay? For those of you that doesn't resonate with, it's okay. It's just reminding you that right now is the time for letting go and remembering that everybody that's been concerned in your life, all the good, all the bad, it's all helped you to get to the position that you're in right now. Wow. Okay, so I was not meaning for this to go this long, but it is what it is. It is right. It happened as it's meant to. So the messages are very clear coming through. Sirens coming out now. An ambulance driving by. Someone call 911. Okay. So yeah, this person just needs help. That's it. And you're not the one to lift them up. Like, that's not what that is. It's just reminding them that, hey, you know what? We might not be chatting. We might not be DMing, but I still love you from afar. I always will. And that's gonna make them feel good. That's gonna make them feel really good. If this was your message, leave the little wolf emoji down below and say, as a leader, I stand strong and I protect my tribe members, knowing that we're not all going to get along all the time, but it doesn't mean that I can't love them and accept them as they are. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides, all for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.